some salt and pepper, quad, girl, trash. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. Married to Medicine season 5 episode. Yeah, you knew that. But Married to Medicine season 5. I don't have to get y'all the spiel about how I like Married to Medicine. We're getting a peek into these relationships and these marriages or lack thereof. And let me tell you something, they are very concerning to me. Honey, Miss Mariah ass was throwing shade at Quad ass, and Quad finally got her wig tugged. Y'all know Quad's wig is very sensitive, including her feelings and her wig. So you can't tug too much because she will start like helicopter. This shit will start spinning and she'll be gone faster than this. You heard me now. Quad's wig, get ready. Whoa, thank you, Lord. But Daddy's home. Let me tell you something. Miss Dr. Heavenly, I love y'all. Y'all know what? Y'all tweet Dr. Heavenly right now. Y'all tell her I need to speak to her. She need to hop in my DMs. I need a favor, Dr. Heavenly girl. I got an emergency situation. I got a tooth in the back that's just rising up like fucking hot water cornbread with no goddamn yeast. And I don't even think you can put yeast in hot water cornbread. But it's rising up. I need Dr. Heavenly because I ain't got enough about $20. So y'all make sure y'all tweet Dr. Heavenly and tell her I got an emergency. But Dr. Heaven is doing a great job so far with this trip. This is probably the best one I've seen so far. All the things that they did, all the events, all the boats, all that shit. Dr. Heavenly, you got it. So Daddy's home. Dr. Heavenly's husband finally makes it. He's glad to see her. They have a conversation and just talking, about the history and the fact that, his father is from Barbados and that she didn't have a relationship that much with his father. And his father, kind of left after he was born. He didn't have that much time with him. He went back to Barbados and he stayed in the States. The relationship was kind of conflicted, and he said he saw him when he was 17 and that he didn't really have a close relationship with him. And it was kind of sad. But Dr. Heavenly, being the boss, married wife, whatever you want to call it, she had been on the phone, on the horn, making calls and stuff, trying to find out where her husband's father was buried at. And I thought that was really sweet. It reminded me of some stuff that my mama would do. And she was just calling. And she, took him to the gravesite and, and she took him to church. And, he had that, that was probably some, goodbye type of situation, with some closure. So Dr. Heavenly, you did that. Shout out to you, girl. That was sickening. Jackie is once reminding us again that she is not worried about Toya, and Toya need to be worried about her husband, his high cholesterol having ass, girl. Let me tell you, honey, Dr. Jackie said, she was thinking about all the stuff that happened the night before with Curtis pulling Toya down and him and whatever, grabbing her by the waist. That was trash. Toya thought that was her version of trying to test him like she's some fucking ACT test work or some shit. Girl, you are not an SAT test giver. You are not an ACT test giver. You are none of those, girl. I know you taught probably the 4th grade social studies and some shit, but that was not your place to be testing somebody else's husband. That makes you look garbage because that could have went trash in both ways. If he would have pulled you down like he did, it was garbage. If he would have pushed your ass, you would have failed. Somebody been fighting. So it was just not the appropriate time. But that made Jackie think and just tell Curtis to be on his best behavior because he's still in the doghouse. I honestly am a little bit conflicted because I'm not even sure if Dr. Jackie and Curtis even have any marriage type of situations going on. I really think that scandal is a bunch of bullshit. Honestly, I don't really think it happened because Jackie's just not reacting or treating him like it's really happening. It's just kind of funny a little bit, and I just don't see that. I really want Jackie to leave his selfish ass, honestly. So Dr. Heavenly has some more events planned for the ladies and the men or whatever, and it's a couple things, and they feeling the vibe. They about to do some stuff, and Greg is feeling very sexual with his wife, Quad, and he trying to rub on her, kiss her, and she told me, "Oh, baby, my makeup, you gonna mess up my makeup, you gonna mess up my hair." I'm like, Quad, this is you in the fucking Barbados. You really should have got some braids before you took your ass down there because you're gonna be around all that moisture. But y'all wearing them fucking tie and go ass wigs, so y'all ain't really worried about it. But Quad, that whole situation with your husband, him trying to kiss on you, and you just moving, you doing that shit bothered me. I don't know if I was the only one to call it, but girl, Contessa and her husband called it, and they was just like, girl, that shit is just not the tea, honey. And it's just, you know what? It reminded me of perfect Patty. Janet Jackson's character off of Married to Madison, how she was with her husband. She wasn't turned on by her husband no more. She wasn't moved. She just felt irritated around him. And it was really just a business transaction at that point. Like, girl, we're just making sure that we're good, but we ain't doing all that. I honestly expect Simone and Cecil to act like they consider what they got going on. So Heaven gets the girls together and she tells the girls, look, this is what I tried to do with my husband. I know he didn't have a relationship with his father. So his father is from Barbados and he stayed here and I found the grave. So she's telling them, and Quan asked for some goddamn salt and fucking pepper. She asked for some salt and pepper.
Ah, silly bitch.
While the whole time, this woman is sharing an experience about her husband losing his father and finding the grave, and the grave didn't even have a headstone, and headstones are very expensive. And Quan asking for some salt and pepper. And you know what? Now that I think about that, I have this guy friend who does that shit. I have this guy friend where I'm talking and we're having a serious conversation and they do shit like that. That shit is fucking garbage and I did not want to talk to him no more after that. That is garbage as fuck to do that. You do not interrupt somebody when they're doing that. You don't do that. I hate it. It bothered me so much. And she did that, and I'm glad that fucking Simone got on her ass and says, Quan, this ain't about you. Like, girl, calm down. And Quan felt like, damn. Like, she felt like she was about to tense up, like she was about to say, damn, I don't expect it to be about. But Quan, you do shit like that. This woman was sharing an intimate story, and that was garbage. I don't know how I would have reacted if that shit was me. I probably would have popped off on fucking Quan ass. Bitch, I'm telling you about my dead fucking father-in-law who I've never met, and my husband didn't have a relationship with, and he ain't got no headstone. And bitch, you asking about some salt and pepper? I'll smack the shit out of you for that dumb ass shit. That shit made me mad, y'all. I need to take a little break. All right, I'm done after my break, girl. But this shit, Quan, girl, So, she told her, she explained it. And I just knew that this was about to be a conversation going forward because Mariah had already clocked it. She said, yeah, I'm finna talk about this shit. So we get to the sex therapist. The sex therapist wants to talk to all the couples about their relationships and what they doing, what they do in the bedroom, make it work. And when I tell you the tea got spilled, honey, the tea was so strong that Dr. Daddy had bust his wine. What's the most interesting place that you and your partner have had sex at? I'm interested for all the people that are the J's. I want you to comment. Actually, I'm about to go on Wasted Wednesday right now. And I'm going to ask that. I want to know, what is the most interesting place you've had sex? I'm not one of those people I'm scared about going to jail. But Miss What's Name was, sharing her places and what she wanted to do some stuff. And Eugene said, we ain't doing that. Eugene had to tug on Toya Wiggs, said, girl, don't be telling everybody I be beating my meat. Like, girl, don't be telling folks that everybody don't need to know that shit. But I'm glad they had a conversation about that. And I don't remember everybody saying nothing. But I'm glad this sex therapist, she was on it. She was telling her, like, your partner needs to feel comfortable doing these things. Like, your partner is not there to just please you. Like, I'm glad it was common sense, but the way she explained, the way she articulated it was great. You did that, sis, and I'm glad you said that because Eugene needs to hear that. He said, why the woman's supposed to be submissive, you supposed to get down, and you supposed to let it around, and you supposed to give it to me, bang, 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 and what you supposed to do? Quan, I'm out here paying these bills. I knew your ass was gonna cook no way, Quan. I knew your ass, cause that's what you do. Just petty as hell. Girl, you annoying as hell. He just that old archaic ass bullshit. Woman do this, a man do this, and that's why his relationship is barely doing that. Garbage. So as we continue to talk, Curtis said, we need to tell our partners that they need to be more available. They need to be, so I can feel like I don't need to cheat. Girl, that shit was so garbage. I'm glad Contessa just like, me and my husband finna have side conversations and shit, and that camera keep going in on their head. Contessa, I like you. I like Contessa. I like her husband. Girl, my friends had to explain that squirting situation she had talked about when she said they had to change the sheets. They first meant that the sheets were just all wet. I almost threw up because I ain't interested in hearing about no squirting. I'm just not. That ain't no shit that I'm interested in. But it was cute to know that anatomy, y'all squirting water and piss or whatever it is. We have that conversation later on for the Culture Podcast. Uncut. Coming soon. But Coach Mo is garbage. Dr. Jackie, let his ass go. One of the things I like most about this episode, it brought me a little bit to tears when they, had the little doctor set up for the people on the island, and Dr. Simone has shared how medical resources are not readily available in certain parts like that. And I'm glad that she explained, like, this might look like paradise to us, and we see all these resorts and stuff, but some of these people on the islands are barely getting by. So for them just doing like simple blood pressure checks and this and that, like, I kind of need a long-term situation situation, but I know that this is the best they can do. But it was great they offered their resources and they were doing it. And I liked it. We're talking about blood pressure. They talked about, you know, maintaining your health, taking your blood pressure medication, exercise, and that. And Eugene was even, you know, being honest with the 18-year-old. But Eugene got his wig pulled and he was sweating. And Dr. Jackie said he needs to go to a hospital because his blood pressure is 180 over 110. I don't know what that means. I think mine should be very low considering that my father has high blood pressure. I don't eat a lot of crazy shit too much. I just got through eating like a damn near pound of grapes and shit. So even though I'm thick as hell, I eat really good and my juices taste sweet. But Dr. Jackie was serious. And, Toya got into the shit. She was just like, you know, I had told his fat ass to lose some weight and get on some medicine. And you can tell that Eugene was flustered by that shit. You can tell he was turned off. And Jackie said the doctors are the worst ones because they feel like they know everything. And Eugene didn't want to hear that. He was like, girl, I got this shit. But bitch, you one pill away from falling out and having a stroke. So that's garbage. So I'm glad that, you know, Jackie kind of tugged on his wig a little bit. But Eugene said he gonna work on them. He said he gave a whole spiel to Toya. And Toya said, bitch, heard it all before. You need to lose some weight or take these pills. I'm glad she said that shit. So Dr. Heavenly get the girls a boat, honey. Where's Dory at? Backpack. Girl, they get to the boat sick and laid out. They shake the shit out of Simone's boat because that shit like a damn, one of them Daffy boats, one of them duck boats and shit. It wasn't no real yacht. But they got on it and they started spilling tea, honey. The first couple of minutes, Mariah said, I know I done apologize for some of the stuff I did. I can be, you know, have a better tone of how I speak and how I articulate my words and my stuff. But Quad, your ass don't get it bad. Quad said, I always get it bad in here. I always get it bad. Y'all always. They said, you know what? Quad, we do kind of take it easy on you because you are young and you are sensitive. Doom. Girl, Quad looked at him like, not today. Girl, they had to tell Greg to stay out of that shit because he about to pop up. They said, bro, let the girl handle it. I love me some Cecil, even though Simone don't. He's just a cool, down-to-earth brother. He like a dude that used to hang out with my daddy back in the day. But that shit was interesting. It's going to be continued, honey. But I hope they come for Quad head. She said, I always get it bad in this friendship and this thing. I always get it bad in this group. Quad, honestly, you don't. They do be, you know, kind of letting you slide by. But it look like Mariah ain't here for the bullshit. She got her eye on you. This episode of Married to Madison was good. Every episode of Married to Madison is always the tea. I always say that, even though I don't review it the day of. But I just be liking to enjoy it. But I'll tell y'all how I felt about it. But let me know what y'all thought about this and what y'all think about the next week's episode of Married to Madison. Let me know. I do have some more content coming for you all. I do have to talk about the Super Bowl performance and a couple of things that our girl, Miss Quincy, said. But we're going to address some of those things on a King of Reeds TV video coming up probably this Friday. If not, we'll definitely be talking about it on a For the Culture podcast episode coming in this Tuesday. Make sure you're checking out the newest episode all the time on fortheculturepodcast.com, honey. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you're giving us those emails and let us know how y'all feel. At the contact page, y'all let us know. Tell us your stories for the Letters for the Culture segment. And I'll talk y'all hoes later on tonight. Bye.
Come visit my altar. Come. Fire on. Fire on you. Fire on you. Fire all over you. Cut off this demon leg. Cut it off.